In this short documentary, you will be introduced to the history of animation, how animation became a multi-million industry, its impact through the war, how animation has changed through the 2000s, and what could happen to the industry in the future. The early days of animation. In 1825, John Paris invented the thaumatrope. A thaumatrope is an optical illusion that can make two images look like one using movement. They were very popular in the 19th century, when an educational book aimed at children, written in 1827, introduced them to a wider audience. This can be seen as the first introduction to animation the world got. 9 years later, the zoetrope was created by a man called William Horner. Horner's device was solely made from wood and metal. It wouldn't be used until 1866. It would be marketed to children with changeable paper strips. Before we carry on, we have to introduce the first instrument of photography. It's important in the future of animation, film and TV. The camera obscura. The first camera obscura was thought to have been invented in the 3rd or 4th century. We do not know the exact date nor the person who actually founded the camera, because there are varied sources from all over the world. The camera obscura has been used throughout history, but began to be developed significantly in the 19th century, becoming the first way to take photographs. Edward Muybridge. Although the first animation title is given to Emile Cole's Phantasmagorie, it could also be given to Muybridge. He created a short animation by taking a series of shots of a racehorse and placing them together in quick succession, creating the illusion that the pictures were alive. Emile Cole's Phantasmagorie. In 1908, Emile Cole created what can be described as the first hand-drawn animation, titled Phantasmagorie, or The Fantasy. The animation depicts many things, including a clown causing chaos and a man destroying a woman's large hat in the theatre. Other images in the 2-minute animation are a wine bottle turning into a flower, which then turns into an elephant. The chaotic nature of the animation is coupled with the occasional hand of the animator. This creates a fun and interesting sort of animation. Disney and other animation titans. Disney. In 1923, Walt and Roy Disney founded the Disney Brothers Studio. Walt Disney had an inventive approach to cinema and TV and wished to introduce animation into the daily lives of people. In 1928, Disney introduced the first short animation, Steamboat Willie. This is the public's first introduction to Mickey Mouse, and he took the world by storm and very quickly became a cultural phenomenon. Mickey Mouse became the face of the Disney Corporation and is still one of the best-selling characters on their merchandise. He represents the magic that Walt hoped to create. Disney always pushed the boundaries of technology. This led them to create groundbreaking techniques for the time, such as synchronized sound and Technicolor. This greatly improved Disney's viewers' enjoyment in the films and animations. They didn't just make animations, they also made films. The first live-action films they made were The Parent Trap and Mary Poppins. This helped Disney reach a wider audience. Walt Disney wanted to create a world where people could escape reality and people of all ages could feel like children again. So in 1955, the doors to Disney World opened. Aardman Animations. Aardman was founded in 1972 by Paul Lord and David Sproxton. They wanted to create animated shorts and films. They partnered with the BBC to make animated sequences for deaf children on the show Vision On. In 1975, they created a clay animation short called Gleebies. This inspired the creation of Morph. This evolved into the creation of Wallace and Gromit in the 1990s, which created a 5-film series. These gained 8 awards in a Peabody. They also helped create both Chicken Run and Flushed Away. Other industry titans in animation are DreamWorks Animation, Pixar, and Cartoon Network Studios. Animation during war. World War II. Although animation was not prevalent in the UK during the Second World War, it was very important and popular in the war effort in North America. There were many types of animation during this time period. There were animations plainly for propaganda and to get more people involved in the war effort. This could be a caricature of Hitler or some of the most popular characters helping to fight the Nazis. Then there were the training and instructional animations to help prepare the troops for battle. Disney created animations for the military to use. Some were 4 methods of flush riveting and Stop That Tank. This led the way for political animation. Vietnam War. During this war, there were animations for war and animations against war. A short animation against the war depicted Mickey Mouse joining and being shipped off to Vietnam to be immediately shot through the head. Mickey Mouse at the time was a symbol of innocence and of America's success, so seeing a physical image of American success being killed did not go well at all. Animation in recent history. The 2000s. In the 2000s, there was an improvement in technology in film, TV, and the animation industries that made it easier for animators to turn out more episodes faster. This was motion capture. This also made characters seem more realistic and have them interact with their environment how a normal person would. Some films that use this type of animation are Avatar, Chicken Run, and Ice Age. The 2010s. The 2010s had some serious improvements, mainly to children's programming, with introduction of shows such as Gravity Falls, Steven Universe, and Adventure Time. These shows help their viewers to create their own personalities and to understand that it is okay to stand out and be unique. The 2020s. There have been significant improvements in animation and animation styles since the early 2000s. Some traditional and CG animations that have been created for this time are Nimona, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, and The Sea Beast. A film that fits into this category is Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. This film uses both 3D and 2D animation styles to create a fun, stylized adventure film. They even created a new animation style for one of their characters. What's next for animation? AI? This could be the case, but there are laws and demands that are putting stop to AI improvement in film, TV, and animation sectors. This concludes some of the history of animation, the titans of the industry, how animation influenced the war effort, the improvement of animation in a short time, and what could happen in the future.